Hey, I'm back with another spooky video. So, my fall collection is actually dropping on my website tomorrow night, October 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. In my last video, I showed you how I was prepping for my fall collection, and by the end of the video, I decided on a date and time for the website drop. So that is tomorrow night. Technically, like tomorrow night for me, but for you, this will be coming out sometime at the beginning of October, so it will be after my website drop, but I figured I would still plug it in case there are some pieces left and you are so inclined to go check them out on my website, bumbleceramics.com. Please go do that if you would like to. This video is going to be showing my process of how I make and finish my forever jack-o'-lantern. These guys are basically like the classic jack-o'-lantern, but clay version and the forever version, I like to call them. I will show you how I throw them, how I shape them into a pumpkin-y shape and size. Well, not size, but actually, maybe I will try to throw a really big one. Usually they're like 2 pounds of clay, but maybe I could try to throw a big one and do like a big forever jack-o'-lantern. They're just hard because it's like an orb shape. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. I will show you how I carve them and how I attach the little vines and stems to my jack-o'-lanterns and how I carve those cute, silly, fun, scary, funky faces, then how I glaze them and what the final product will look like. I thought this would be something fun for spooky season. In my other videos, you see me doing a lot of mugs and bowls and cups and the occasional vase, but this is something different from what I usually make throughout the year. I'm always so excited, as I said in my last video, for this time of year, but especially because I get to start to make different functional pieces compared to what I usually make throughout the year. I will get going on that, and yeah, let's get started. Let's start making some forever jack-o'-lanterns. Okay. Let's go. All right, so the orbs are now thrown. As you can see behind me, I only did 4. I might end up making more, but I'm really not sure. But these are the starting 4 at least. I was able to throw my 7-pounder. I did have some issues. As you could see in the video before of me throwing, I didn't close the 7-pound jack-o'-lantern because the clay started to get pretty weak and thin at the top, and you could see it start to kind of ripple, and that means that the clay is getting weaker and is going to want to break and cave in on itself. And unfortunately, that happens when you're throwing orbs. I've been throwing for 9 years now, which is crazy. Orbs can still be a pain in my ass. So, oh well. It is what it is. I'll probably just keep that one for myself anyway. I won't want to have to sell that and ship it anywhere. So I'm not perfect. It is what it is. And I'm going to continue with it because I still like the shape. It's basketballish right now. But I will shape it better once everything dries more and is ready to be carved and shaped more. Everything will probably dry for another day or so, and then I will continue to make these guys into spooky jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, so we are back for day 2 of working on the jack-o'-lanterns. They are still kind of wet, so I don't really want to start carving into them yet, because if I do, then my designs and my carvings will be pretty messy. I might have to wait until tomorrow. So for now, I will let them wait, and I've got other things that I'm working on in the studio. But I also need to sketch out my faces that I want to do on these guys, so I will also do that. In the time being, I'm excited to bring these guys to life, but of course we must wait and be patient because of the humidity, which actually today is kind of a cooler day. It's like high 60s and breezy, and it feels like fall. And then hopefully tomorrow I will be able to carve these guys and continue working on them. So, okay, that's all. I'm gonna go back to work. Holy freaking crap. You guys are amazing. I just had my website drop last night at 7 p.m. and by like 7:05, 7:10 p.m., over half of my things had already sold out, which is insane. Now I have like a couple of things left on my website. I didn't completely sell out, but I almost completely sold out, which is always so amazing to me. Like, you guys constantly blow me away with how supportive you are and how kind you are to me. I always love and appreciate all of the kind messages you send me on my socials or through email or whatever it may be. I really appreciate that, and it makes me happy seeing how happy my art makes you guys. That's all that life is all about, isn't it? Really though, that was crazy. I love you very much for that. But anyway, I just wanted to pop on and say that before I continue with my jack-o'-lanterns. They are technically, it's called leather hard. They are hard enough to be carved today, which is very exciting, and I probably will also attach the stems to the top of them. I'm sorry if this video is already like too much talking for you. I just get like random thoughts in my head, and usually I just keep them in my head, but now I have YouTube to talk to because otherwise I'm just talking to myself all day. So that's why I'm talking so much. So let me know in the comments if you want me to talk less, because I certainly can do that. But yeah. Oh, this one isn't very pretty. So I just unloaded the jack-o'-lanterns from the Bisque kiln, and everything looks pretty all right, except for the large jack-o'-lantern. This guy gave me a little bit of issues. Well, maybe I gave it a little bit of issues. When I took it out of the kiln, I noticed it has a S-crack. From the bottom on the outside, you can definitely see it. It's not ginormous, but it's definitely there. It's definitely a crack. And from the inside, it's a smaller crack, but it's still a crack regardless all the way through. And that happens when you dry your pieces too quickly, and that is totally my fault. I definitely tried to dry it pretty quickly before putting it in the kiln. I usually put holds on my bisque firings so that if there is any moisture left in some of my pieces, that way there's a bit of a hold at the beginning of the firing to kind of help suck out any of the moisture that's left before it heats up any quicker, because the kiln gets up to like 1900 degrees for a bisque firing. So that's what happened. It also is quite thick, I will admit. I do know that. I am aware. It is pretty dang thick. It still survived. It just has the crack, and it has further solidified the fact that I'm going to keep this big guy for myself, which is totally fine. We will still move along with the same glazing and underglazing that I need to do with all of the jack-o'-lanterns now. It's just that the big guy isn't totally perfect. But who's perfect anyway, right? Yeah, so I'm going to get going on that. I have to paint the stems on the jack-o'-lanterns, and then I need to glaze, and then they will go in the glaze kiln, hopefully this afternoon. And they should be finished by tomorrow, which is very exciting. Yay! So there you have it. my forever jack-o'-lanterns are officially complete. I obviously still had some cracking issues with that large forever jack-o'-lantern, which is totally okay because it did still survive out of the kiln, which I'm happy about. Other than having that crack, it is still functional, so I am going to keep that for myself and use that as some Halloween decorations for my own place. So it's kind of a win for me in the end, even though I usually keep all of my things that break or have issues. But that's fine because then they're still getting used and loved. Anyway, they are now finished. Everything looks great. I am super happy with them. I did decide to have another fall collection website drop on Saturday, October 18th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time because my last website drop went so well. Like, I literally have maybe 3 or 4 things left on my website. You guys sold me out so quickly, and I so appreciate you for that. So these jack-o'-lanterns will be in the next website drop. These 3, and then I will make some more, and I will have more cups, more mugs, some bowls, all kinds of things in this next web drop. More of the same designs that I've had, and actually some new ones too. So keep an eye out for that, and make sure to save that date, October 18th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, these jack-o'-lanterns will be in the next website drop before I begin to plan for my holiday season, which, even though it's kind of the start of holiday season, I will be really in on holiday season by the end of October. So I wanted to do something fun and spooky for you for this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun and spooky because that was the intent. It was really fun to do. These forever jack-o'-lanterns are so fun to make. Maybe if you make one of your own, if you attempt to make your own forever jack-o'-lantern, please tag me and let me know how it turns out for you. And yeah, I'd love to see it. Here in New England, it's looking like fall-ish, even though the foliage is kind of bleh this year because it's been so dry and it's been hot, but it's getting colder. So that's good. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping, and I hope you have a great day or night or morning or whatever time it is that you're watching this. And I am going to go back to work. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I appreciate you.